One ingredient to my secret sauce that I want to share with you is no matter where you are or what you are doing, consume information and understand how that might impact you as a small business. By consuming information, I'm able to adapt to what the consumer demands based on simply how people are responding to something on social media, for example. We might change what kind of products we offer. We might make a focus on something like Dry January. We also will sometimes be able to anticipate something based on what's happening in another country or another city that might happen in Chicago later. We are retail.
What I like most about being a retailer is being able to provide a product to the community in which we serve. That's the best part, is being able to bring something to help contribute to the community. And not only that, being able to create jobs and opportunities for interns or young professionals to be able to develop skills. And so my background as a recruiter, I'm all about how to build out your resume. That's what everything I do is through that lens because of that experience. And so when I hire professionals, it's always like, this isn't your final stop. Let's figure out what we can do and what we can implement in this space to help you continue to develop the things that you're passionate about. We are retail.
I love coming to work every day because what industry could you be in where you have, tens and hundreds of $1 million productions that are introduced every week? How cool is that? We're not selling, widgets or the same thing all year round. We have these amazing, impactful stories that move people around the globe. And you might not be interested in this genre, but then you might give it a try and it's like, oh, cool. And it just really is, it's an entertainment art form. The point why I love this job is when you have great movies and you create the momentum where week after week you have these amazing pictures. I think it's so much fun, but it's definitely a treat instead of a chore. And by that, we're just amplifying their great experience. We are retail.
Well, Darvin does both macro and micro marketing at the same time. And a lot of our customers come from that micro marketing environment, which almost any retailer can afford to do. Some of that is personal networking. If you do just one networking event, that's not going to be very valuable. But if you're attending events throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the year, on a common basis, that's something that doesn't cost that much necessarily, but it can be very impactful because we find that we're adding one person at a time. One person at a time, one customer at a time, we're bringing those people in. And that's kind of the long answer, but the short answer is understanding who your customer is. And if we understand who our customer is and we're listening to them, we can find out where they are and do a more limited campaign or more limited interaction with them directly. Darvin does a lot with digital. We have a whole digital program, but my advice would be not to just do that. Don't just do that, because we don't just interact on our phone. We got to find other ways to let the personality of our store or retail business come through, and that goes for anybody in retail. We are retail.
If I can give one piece of advice to a new retailer, I would say please don't quit your day job until you are 100% vested in your new business opportunity. Going into business and owning the business requires a lot of capital. And I think main reason why a lot of new businesses fail within the first 6 months to a year is that they're undercapitalized. So please make sure that you have enough capital to withstand the good times and definitely the bad times, because you will have a lot of bad times. I'm passionate about being a drugstore owner because it's just the honor of being a businessman, being a black-owned business, being able to provide and serve the community that I reside in here in North Lawndale. So that is my motivation to continue operating this business. I love being a retailer because it's a sense of pride and a sense of honor in being able to supply necessary health and medical needs for the residents and my community. We are retail.
How has technology impacted our business? We, in the hospitality business and the retail business, we see more and more of that online shopping, more of the online merchandising. I want to sit in my home, I want to be on the computer, and I want to shop. We need people in brick and mortar, so we try to find a way, that balance, that you can order online, but you have to come pick up in the store. And once you're in the store, then we try to keep you in the store by enticing you with other things, sharing conversations, asking questions. Once we get them in the store, we need to keep them in the store. But technology is that online shopping business. It's going to be the demise of brick and mortar if we don't get people in the stores. We are retail.
If I could give advice to a new retailer, I think it would be that you first have to have perseverance and determination. You just can't give up on things. You definitely have to take this seriously. You have to keep in mind that you are a legit, real business and that you have to maintain your regular store hours and great advertising presence and Google presence. You just have to always be mindful of those kind of things and take it very seriously. You just have to always remember that people are looking at you and that you have to present that professionally. One of the first things that we ever did before we ever opened our store, we went to the store and bought matching black business suits, because we wanted to look professional. So you have to always keep that in your mind, that you're a professional, serious retail business.
Yes, and there will be good days and there'll be bad days, but you have to just continue to persevere and just always stay focused and
persevere no matter what comes your way.
We are retail.
Some advice I'd give to new retailers would be invest in training before you open or get mentorship in the business or been in the retail world, because it will make a big difference for them so they don't have to figure it out themselves. There are a lot of resources out there and they can take advantage of them. There's so much out there in the world of social media and things today. So there's groups of just retailers that you can join. There are businesses. There's one that I'm in a mastermind called Platinum Mastermind Group. And we meet 3 times a year, and we meet in person and then we meet over the phone, and it's just a group of retailers led by somebody that was in retail for 20 years, and he takes us all through and we talk about today's challenges and help each other out with each other's store challenges, and it just makes a big difference for me because I know I'm not out there. Sometimes being a small business owner by yourself and a small retail owner, nobody gets what we go through. So when you find another like business or like-minded people, it helps you because you know you're not alone, because your family doesn't understand it, your kids don't understand it, your friends don't understand it. Another retail store owner understands it. We are retail.
If I could give one piece of advice to a new retailer, is that the rewards are there. But in the beginning, it's going to be tough. You're going to have unconventional hours. You're going to have a lot of work. But believe me, the rewards outweigh whatever difficulties you have. And I'm not just talking financial. I'm talking about your self-worth, that you know that you're providing a critical service to your community because you're part of that community. We are retail.
I love coming to work every day. Why? Because of the people here. I always get a chance to come out here, get out there, sit down with them, and maybe even have a drink with them, you know, and mingle with people. You know, sometimes after 40-something years, I still get to know new people here. Even people who live in Jacksonville that I've never seen. And it wasn't about a week ago or so, we had two guys come in here, and I asked them, I've never seen them, but I asked them where they're from. They say they're from Jacksonville. They've lived here all their life. And I asked him, I go, we've been here 46 years, where have you been? He goes, we just haven't been around, you know, to come to. So we still have people that come here and that live in Jacksonville and is still new. Here, Leo's Pizza in Jacksonville, Illinois, we are retail. Period.
I do think it's important to support women-owned businesses because it is more challenging, and I am very grateful all of these years that I've been able to do it. But right now is a time where not only supporting small business is important, but supporting women-owned businesses so they have a platform to support other women as well. For me, women-owned businesses are important because they bring a different perspective, especially in the beauty industry. It's mostly like women orientated, and so having another woman be able to sell you this product, there is this trust that happens where they're like, okay, I'm gonna listen to you. Because there's a lot of women that don't think that they can do it or have the opportunity, and they should believe that the opportunity at least exists for them to do this. We are retail.
I love coming to work because it's a challenge every day. I mean, everything, I know you hear a lot of people saying that, but you never know what you're going to come across. You know, we're helping people that may have a problem. They may have a sewer backed up, and we're helping them get it unclogged. They may have a construction project they're trying to figure out, and we're helping solve that solution, or give them a solution, I should say. And the same thing on the party side. It's great to create something that they want and then see it from beginning to end. Yeah, we're helping people get married and politicians elected because of our stages and our party equipment. We are retail.
So how is our business a pathway to the American dream? Well, we started with 6 employees. We have 50 now. We serve multiple communities and give back, and we love to win. We hate losing. And I feel like in the future we're going to have to keep working hard. The regulations in the state of Illinois make it difficult at times, but losing is not an option for us. We have people that have careers here that have sent their kids to college, bought homes, vehicles in the communities that we serve, and it's important. We've got another generation coming up right now behind me. My 2 sons are looking at getting in the business. One's 24 and one's 22, and we're providing a foundation for those guys. I always say I want to leave something better than how I got it, right? My parents built a really nice foundation. It was easy for us to take it to the next level, and it's important to us to leave that foundation in a better place than it was when we got it. We are retail.
I want to add something that I think a lot of entrepreneurs should value and put genuine energy into it. This helps put butts in the seats as we want as entrepreneurs, because at the end of the day, that's what matters. If you spend $100, you want $300 back. The power of your POS system is so important. You having a rewards program in any capacity, a clothing store, an insurance company, a donut shop like Petit 3 Donuts. Ask every single customer that comes into your shop for their phone number at a minimum. Give them something extra to put their email address. That to me was our biggest surprise and biggest success, because a good POS system is going to allow you to send a text message marketing campaign. And if people are overwhelmed with your text messages, they will opt out. But for us, we've captured over 3,000 emails and phone numbers in just 1 year. And so if I want to communicate instantly to my customers, I have that ability to do so. If I am running a promotion, I have that ability to do so. If I make too many donuts and I'm going to lose several $100s on the day, I can send to a specific subset of customers. So of the 3,000, not all are regulars, but I have 327 regular customers. And I send a direct message to them saying, oops, we made too many donuts. Please come in and support. Here's a $5 off coupon. And every time I've had to do that, my shop has been sold out for that day. So the power of rewards programs is so important to a small business as well. And I think that's one of the most overlooked places for opportunities. We are retail.
I think one thing that retail offers that the retail industry doesn't get enough credit for is that the retail industry offers a wide variety of opportunities. They offer opportunities for people for their first job, where their first boss might be the first person that's of authority other than their parents. A lot of life lessons are learned entry level when you come into retail. And then we also offer career jobs if you want to. If you want to work your way up to be a store manager for a smaller company like ours, you can do that. And we've had people work for us for 45 years as a manager, 50 years as a manager. They can do that. If you want to move on to somewhere else, then you can do that. You can learn people skills and move on to any other vocation. We've had people become policemen, firemen, and even one detective for one of the police departments. We are retail.
I need Illinois to know that small businesses are essential to everything and that we are kind of the heartbeat of everything. And when they had COVID, we were still open. We kept going. Everything else closed. We are needed, and we just need to have our spot, and we just need not to be treated like the big corporations. We are our own little entity. We cannot follow the same rules as a big corporation. And I think we get overlooked a lot because it's just kind of like, well, they're there. But when we're all gone, you're gonna lose a lot of money for a town. You're gonna lose a lot of jobs for people. And you're gonna lose knowledge. And everything's gonna kind of be just a general corporate-y mess of blandness, I guess. We are retail.
I'd like to give the people of Illinois a little idea of how I feel about retailing. Retailing on my level is very important. There's a whole bunch of us out there. We do a lot of hiring, a lot of entry-level jobs. We give people a lot of experience. I could like to think we're the backbone of commerce in Illinois. Right now, Illinois has, from time to time, made things a little more difficult for small retailers and retail in general. They need to be really aware that small changes on your end might not mean much to you, but they really have a big impact on us, such as minimum wage, hour, vacations, those type of things. That puts a lot of stress on a small business that's getting along. We are retail.
Marketing is always something you feel like you could do more. You want everyone to know about your shop, so that's always something I'm focused on and trying to dedicate as much time as I can. I think being a small business owner, you just wear so many hats, so one of my biggest challenges is having enough time to do everything I want. If I had advice for someone going into retail, I would say to trust your gut. As a small business owner, I think your business is truly an extension of yourself. So it's important to feel confident in the decisions you make. And at the same time, I think it's important to allow your business to evolve and change as you do. Part of that change will keep your current customers happy, and I think it opens the door to bringing in new customers as well. We are retail.
One ingredient to my secret sauce that I want to share is customer service. Making sure that the customer feels like they're important. You've got to keep your ego as far away from your business as you possibly can. The customer is the focus. Was it Colin Powell said, you have to keep your ego as far away from your position, because if your position falls, your ego falls. You keep your ego. This isn't about me. This isn't about what we want to do. This is about what this means to the community and to our customers. If you keep that front of mind, the customer service just comes with it. We are retail.
Some people come in here and they haven't ridden a bike in 20 years, or they haven't ridden a bike since they were a kid, or they were in an accident or something like that. And so it's just good to know like the history of why they walked in the store to look for a bike. Hi, I am Jillian Forsyth, and I am the owner of BFF Bikes. BFF stands for Best Friends Forever. So, you know, you buy your bike when you're best friends with the bike. I love being a retailer because I feel like I'm in charge of my own destiny domain here. Like, it is me, and I am BFF, and BFF is me. And what you see here in this store, really, I'm really proud of it, and it makes me proud to walk in here every day, and it makes me proud to see people walk out with a bike that they're really happy with, and that's irreplaceable, that feeling. We are retail.
Thank you. You're welcome, baby. When people come in and they give me compliments, it really makes me feel good because I work so hard and I want to keep on the pulse of giving people what they want. Hi, I'm Stephanie Hart. I'm the founder of Brown Sugar Bakery. Retailers in inner cities matter because the economy of the inner city, being good, keeps you safe and keeps everything growing. It is so important for retailers in the inner city to do well. Shop local. It's important. I shop in my neighborhood. Every shop in my neighborhood employs people from this neighborhood. These people buy homes in this neighborhood. They pay taxes in this neighborhood. And that's just the most important thing about shopping small, is that when you shop small in Illinois, whether it's in the urban area of Chicago or downstate in Decatur or Peoria, it's important because those people are the people that employ. And that's the ultimate. We are retail.
I did 14 years in the Army, loved every year of it. Spent 3 tours in Iraq, 03, 04 for the initial invasion, in 05, 06, and 08, 09. I lost a lot of good friends. more after with suicide and stuff like that. But military and my brothers and sisters mean a lot to me. So we're always out trying to help fellow veterans. We wouldn't have the freedom we have if it wasn't for the veterans.
We also have a board here at the store that veterans, anytime we have someone that comes in, we show them this board, and it's just got information, different programs around here, the local VA, different things that are offered there for them. And we're the owners of Daniel Dean's Men's Clothing Store in Murfreesboro, Illinois.
Cash your card today?
Card.
All right, you're told 138.
Our sign says veteran owned, and we're very proud of that because my fellow veterans and I, we fought for our country and we would die for this country. So just letting my fellow veterans know that I'm a veteran, and then also letting the community know this is veteran owned. We have to take care of our veterans. They took care of us. I'm proud of being a veteran because of my fellow veterans, what they've done for this country, why we're free.
We
are retail.
When I launched Dana Rebecca Designs, one of the biggest, most important things I wanted was for there to be an accessible fine jewelry brand that you could buy that was comparable to buying a beautiful new handbag or a pair of shoes or a coat. We have 2 Chicago-based showrooms, one in New York City. We sell to Nordstrom as our exclusive retailer. We're also in about 50 independent retailers across the country, and we have a beautiful website, DanaRebeccaDesigns.com. Our social media channels are so important to us. It's a direct line of communication to our customer. My DMs are overflowing at all times with people wanting to hear where my daughter's jeans are from, all the way to what length of a necklace that I'm wearing. I am quite obsessed with candy. I love to share my father's ridiculous outfits. I share my kids. I share the struggles that I have with being a business owner and a mom and a wife. It is all raw and all real, but a lot of behind the scenes that gets you to see what it's like being at Dana Rebecca Designs. I love that we can connect around the country and even around the world with our clients. I love that immediate gratification if someone loves a product or we can get some feedback. Social media channels to me are the perfect way to get the insight that you need from a customer. I can pull data all day long, but I can actually have amazing conversations with people that are part of our community each and every day. And it is such an invaluable part of our business. Social media channels to me are the perfect way to get the insight that you need from a customer. We are retail.
You can't eat hamburgers every day, but if you're going to eat a hamburger, it might as well be an Epic Burger. Hi, David Grossman, President and CEO of Epic Burger, based here in Chicago, Illinois. I love brick and mortar. I love retail. I don't really do much shopping online myself. I love to go patronize local businesses, give back to local businesses, and I want others to come in and enjoy that experience that you can't get from shopping online or you can't necessarily get from staying home. So come on out, support local businesses, support local retail, enjoy the experience. I tell my staff that every day you're on stage, every day we host a party. And if the party's fun, people are gonna wanna come back to that party again and again and again. So we're on stage, we are performing for these guests, and we want them to have fun, come in with a smile, have some great food, enjoy the experience, walk out of here with a smile, and then come back again and again and again. We are retail.
So at Fair, you get to pick one of our bases, top it with 2 of our seasonal veggie toppers or some mac and cheese.
Next comes protein and one of our clean sauces made with wholesome ingredients.
And that is Fair.
This is who we are.
There's been many mistakes.
Missteps. We'd like to call them missteps.
The missteps.
we have learned from all of them. Yeah, so I would say that anything that felt like a mistake at the time, we've been able to look back on, and for the most part has kind of catapulted us to the next level and made us think about things in a totally new and really important way. So we try to reframe it like that.
I think it's easy to try to take every opportunity because you feel almost desperate and you're like, I really want to launch this business. And so people will reach out with opportunities. Something comes along, and you're like, I need to grasp that because you feel like you need it. I think it's really important to take your time in those decisions, and you want to move fast, of course. As a business owner, you want to get things going, get things moving. But really, does it feel good in your gut? Do the facts line up? Is the data there? And does this make sense? There are plenty of opportunities out there, and just because one comes along doesn't mean that you have to just swoop in and go with that. There's going to be something else.
We are retail.
There was an old baseball player that said, how do you get on base so much? He said, I hit it where they ain't. So that's what we aim to do. We try to figure out what people are not doing, maybe something that's been overlooked, that's been in a cookbook somewhere that's dusty, and we try to find that and then maybe reimagine it a little bit, put our spin on it a little bit, and then kind of modernize it and see what people think.
I love retail because it gives us a place to have kind of our home. Our shop is our home. And we're having people come to us. We're having people seek us out, where it's becoming an economic tourism thing. We can tell people we've grown it from this, we've seen it through this whole process. And just having that knowledge and experience translates to being able to describe it and them tasting it.
We
are retail.
When you think about streets like this, where we are here on Central Street or up on Milwaukee Avenue in Libertyville, there's so many independently owned businesses, which makes that community unique. So you don't want to see those businesses suffer by being overregulated by government. These are the people, the businesses where the owners are there. They're working with their employees. They're there at the counter to greet you when you walk in. And so there should be a level of trust between government and the independent businesses in this state.
Hi, I'm Julie Mathai. And I'm Ellen King, and we're the owners and founders of
Hune Bakery.
What do I want the politicians of Illinois to know about retail? I want them to know that we chose Illinois to open our business. We chose to live here, we chose to work here, and we chose to pretty much pour all of our tax money into the state. And so with that, though, the expectation is that they trust us as small business owners. We've made our business successful because we believe in our community and our customers, but I feel sometimes that they're over-regulating us or pushing too much on us. And I sometimes feel like we've become the charitable arm of government, where every social ill, they're looking at a small business to solve that. And that's just not right, because we are trying to do right by our community, our employees, ourselves, but the government needs to kind of work with us, meaning come out, talk to us as the retail associations do, learn what is truly important to us.
We are retail.
Gee, I also saw this dress that might work, so I have already some pulled in there for you.
The sustainability of fashion is very important to us. Instead of wearing the dress once and throwing it out, what we do is we're able to rent that piece multiple times, and that's far better for the environment. Hi, I am Janet Mandel, owner and founder of Janet Mandel. Fast fashion has really detrimentally hurt the environment. They dump their clothing if it doesn't sell in some rural area. For us, what we focus on is higher end materials, higher end designers, so that it will last longer than fast fashion. So the sustainability for us is recycling the wear more than once. some of our clothing or dresses have been worn 20 times and it still looks new. To me, that's important because you're not going and buying so many dresses and then you're tossing it. I acquire our inventory from many different channels, peer to peer. I buy them online. I actually also purchase a lot of our inventory through resale, and that's another sustainability angle, right? I can't give you all my secrets, but I have a very creative eye and I know what works. We're curators, so we don't sell. We need to collect. We are retail.
Usually make them on Fridays. They're really good. We usually sell through them, sell out almost every Friday. If I could give any advice to anybody starting up new, it's make sure you've got things right from the get-go. Center around giving a good product. Don't try and skimp out. And I think that can be easy right when you open something or right when you try something new to be like, well, this product will work because we can get it cheaper. And sometimes that is a bargain is a bargain. But other times you just want to make sure you got good stuff. Being a small business is tough a lot of times. Competition from bigger places and just pricing and stuff. Times are kind of tough right now. I can tell that a lot of people don't have a lot of money. I don't have a lot of money. I gotta try and wrangle them in. Sell them stuff. It might be a little more expensive, but I promise you it'll be more memorable just to come in here and, get exactly what you need. We'll do our best to get you exactly what you need. You might see your friend walking in while you're walking out and, might make a new friend while you're in here. I think it's a lot better than going to a big store. We are retail.
Get your nose in there.
There you go.
Smell that.
Ooh.
Taste it.
Ooh.
I talk to people. I talk to people a lot. And I learned what my customers wanted. Thank you. If I was giving advice to someone going into retail, I would tell them to know your market, know the region that you're going to be in, who are you going to attract to your store. I think those are probably pretty major ones. I think it's just basics of marketing. Know your customer, know where they're from, know what they want. We are retail.
I'm so grateful for this opportunity to talk about our business and to talk about retail and to talk about our story. There's not a lot of our voices out there for small businesses, Latina and women-owned businesses. So we're really grateful for this opportunity. I would encourage the lawmakers to think about small businesses when, passing laws and creating budgets, because when they help a small business, they're not just uplifting the business itself, but they're uplifting an entire community.
I do appreciate this opportunity because I feel like it's important for us to get more exposure. I feel like little shops like ours makes the neighborhood. I think people just love it and enjoy it. Even me, including myself, I love going to other neighborhoods and going to mom and pop stores. It's just like, I love that because they have really unique items, and I hope that that's what, when people come in here, they'll find that unique item, so that's important for me.
We are retail.
I love being a retailer because I get to engage with the community every day, talk to people, make people smile, and just have fun. I have the same people that come in time and time again. I know what's going on in their lives. It's kind of a fun environment just to be able to know everyone coming in the door. Hi, I'm Emily Gloppler, owner of One Strange Bird in Chicago. One Strange Bird is a unique retail and art space in Wicker Park. We have gifts for the new mom, books, onesies, we have graduation gifts, we have wedding gifts. We just like to have lots of different things to make you smile, to make you laugh. Can I help you with the size?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking for 12 months. 12 months?
Yes. Perfect. I like to curate from different designers that have the same ethics as me, to make people smile, to make people laugh, and support other women-run businesses. We are retail.
Marion is the hub of Southern Illinois, and this is where people come to shop. This is where they come to eat out. We're growing downtown, and we're also growing out by the interstate. Perfectly Posh Boutique is the only boutique in town. With the inflation, things have kind of slowed down. You have to find creative ways to still bring customers in. You may have to stop selling one thing that's not selling right now because of the situation, and find the things that are selling and focus on those, bring those in. What I would like everybody to know about retail in Marion is we're here, we're growing, we're trying really hard. It can be difficult at times, and not to forget that we're small, but we're still here. We are retail.
What do I want the people of Illinois to know about retail? What I'd really like them to know about retail is the effort that goes into it and the persistent, consistent engagement that we push to get those people involved in our retail environment. That doesn't mean we're perfect, and we'll always acknowledge that, but we never stop striving for optimal customer service. And honestly, when something goes wrong, a little bit of patience with us, we really appreciate. We will go above and beyond to rectify any mistakes that we make. But keep in mind that, the people that you're working with on the other end of retail are still people, and they love serving the Illinois community day in and day out. We are retail.
In fact, this is very well stocked. I'm happy to see that. For those who are thinking about going into retail, they need to do their background study to be good at managing money. Oftentimes, men or women going into retail, they get their first $100 coming from the product that they sold, and they'll go out and look for a new car, forgetting that they have to pay the bills that cover the overhead to run the business. And this is a big problem with many new companies that we've seen on this street, 95th Street, where they opened up and they end up going bankrupt because they didn't spend the money wisely. Hi, I'm Emil Mahler, president of Southtown Health Foods. If you're going to go into retail, you need to go into financing. You need to have a financial background or know somebody in banking who's going to be your comptroller, who's going to give you advice and oversee the expenses until you have your first $1 million in the bank. Thank you now, bye-bye. We are retail.
What do you think about the entree situation? Do you think we should? What I want people to know about life in retail in Illinois is that there's always going to be ups and downs, but as long as you're putting out a product that you believe in and you're putting in the work, you're being there to talk to people about it, most likely you're going to gain the support of people that you want to buy your product. Hi, I'm Abby Ansell. I'm the managing partner at St. Nicholas Brewing Company in Southern Illinois. St. Nicholas Brewing Company is a place for people to gather, whether you're here to drink craft beer, eat craft food, ride your bike in. We just want to bring people together. There's something unique that we've done with our beer, and that is we make a lot of fruit beers, which has been super popular with not only our community and our region, but we've really been friendly in getting a lot of women to try beers. And we think that that started with just becoming a little bit more familiar. Okay, try a strawberry beer, try a raspberry beer. Although it sounds sweet, it's not. We've become a more friendly space, I think, for women to not feel like they're gonna walk in and it's all men there. We're female-led, we're mostly woman-owned as well. So I also really enjoy our fruit beers. So our Blood Orange Pale Ale is one of the best I've ever had. We are retail.
I want the people of Illinois to remember how vibrant this city was. And it's not to say that Chicago isn't a vibrant city, but the Loop was the crown jewel of the city. Hi, I'm Scott Shapiro, owner and president of Sidgerome Menswear. We're probably one of the few multi-branded high-end men's clothing stores left in the country. Sidgerome was started by my father in 1958, so we're going on our 66th year. In the 66 years of business, we've had 5 different locations in the city of Chicago, probably no more than 2 blocks from one another. I want the people of Illinois to know that we're still here. They've got to do a better job and promote downtown, to tell people that downtown is still here, that the Loop is still here. They need to figure out how to get people down here during the week, whether it's events in Daly Plaza, whether it's events in Grant Park. They need to figure out a way to drive the suburbanites back into the city, to drive the neighborhood people back into the city, and make downtown Loop vibrant again. We are retail.
I'm proud of the Chocolate Factory because we have built it up from just a very small business to what it is today. I love being a retailer because I love being around people, and people come in and it's rewarding to see their faces when they see things made out of chocolate and they can't understand. I never knew I could make this out of chocolate. They see all the different varieties that we have, and it's just really a neat, unique business. What I would like people to know about running a retail business in a remote rural area is it is harder to get resources at times. We can't get things immediate. It takes a little longer to get here, so we have to think ahead a little farther. But we make up for that with our service. We have lots of friendly staff here. We get lots of compliments and good Google reviews for our staff. What I think that the Chocolate Factory shows is that you can build a business anywhere if you have a unique product, good service, people will come.
We got some inventory here right now, so let's make sure we get it all priced and get it put out. I get asked this question a lot, like, how is it to be an African-American Black business owner? And my answer is, I don't know any different. I can only assume things might be different, but I think whoever you are, wherever you come from, you should be authentic to who you are. And so for me, because of the history I have in my family, that's the community I know. It's very authentic that I can talk about things in our community or show art or have references to music that is from my childhood, from my community. I think it resonates with people who say, oh, okay, I can understand this. You know, I understand why this t-shirt was important to you, or I understand the importance of having Black-owned businesses within this business, So I think that's the difference, and we've kind of leaned into that for sure. It's important to support Black-owned businesses because, historically we haven't always had opportunity. And so I think about even how I started, somebody gave me a chance. I think we understand that we don't always have opportunities, and it's important that we always do that when we have a chance to. And so this store is a place for me to say yes to. Hey, I want to try something out. You know what? Let's try it out, and just giving people a shot. It's important.
So,
thanks for coming. Thanks for coming, man. All right. We are retail.